Hello, welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I am your host, İlham Məmmədov. On September 27th, the Remembrance Day, President İlham Əliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited the Victory Park.
The head of state and the First Lady placed flowers on the memorial stone at the park entrance. Besides perpetuating the memory of our martyrs, the project is dedicated to the topics of the glorious victory, heroes of the Patriotic War, and revival of Qarabağ. The past of the historic victory for the liberation of our lands is advocated in the Park Memorial Complex of the Patriotic War and Victory Museum. The museum complex will feature engraved names of each of the martyrs of the Patriotic War, and the exhibits displayed here once again will demonstrate the courage of soldiers and officers fighting for the liberation of our lands and the resolve of our people. The construction works are planned to be finalized by the end of 2024.
President İlham Əliyev received U.S. President's Special Representative Administrator of the United States Agency for International Development, Samantha Power, Principal Deputy Assistant U.S. Secretary of State for Europe and Eurasian Affairs, Yuri Kim, and U.S. State Department Senior Advisor for Caucasus Negotiations, Luis Bono. The parties shared their views on the present situation following the anti-terror measures taken in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. President of Azerbaijan underlined that hundreds of military equipment, ammunition, and military supplies had been seized, saying military representatives accredited in the country and representatives of the UN Resident Coordinator Office had viewed the weapons and military equipment. Noting that the illegal Armenian forces are being disarmed currently, President İlham Əliyev pointed out that the process of their withdrawal from the territory of Azerbaijan is in progress. The Azerbaijani president noted that the civilian population had not been harmed during the anti-terrorist measures and only illegal Armenian armed formations and military facilities had been targeted. Touching upon the rights of Armenian residents living in the Karabakh region, President İlham Əliyev emphasized that like other ethnic minorities living in Azerbaijan, their rights would be ensured within the framework of the country's legislation and international obligations. The head of state noted that a dialogue on reintegration is underway between the representatives of Azerbaijan and the Armenian residents of Karabakh. Underlining that the work to restore the infrastructure in the area is being implemented, President İlham Əliyev said that Azerbaijan had sent humanitarian aid to the Armenian residents, cooperates with the International Committee of the Red Cross with respect to provision of assistance. The head of state noted that official Baku is ready to organize a trip of the UN Resident Coordinator Office accredited in the country shortly to the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. During the conversation, the importance of ensuring stability in the region and dialogue with local Armenians was emphasized. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Əliyev, received Executive Director of the United Nations Human Settlements Program, Ms. Maymuna Mohd-Sharif.
President İlham Əliyev expressed satisfaction with Maymuna Mohd-Sharif's visit to the country. The head of state described the conduct of the second Azerbaijan National Urban Forum as a positive step, adding the first forum had been successfully organized in the city of Agdam last year. The Azerbaijani president noted that the agenda of this year's forum to be held in Zangilan is very rich, saying the meeting of ministers for architecture and urban development from member states of the Organization of Turkic States will be held as a part of this event. President İlham Əliyev indicated Azerbaijan's marking the World Habitat Day as a positive step. Maymuna Mohd-Sharif labeled Azerbaijan's support for this organization's activities and the country's financial assistance as a positive step. President İlham Əliyev noted that the Azerbaijani government would continue to support the organization's activities. Maymuna Mohd-Sharif provided information about the UN Habitat's work done with respect to various aspects of the smart city concept. She also expressed gratitude that Azerbaijan would host an event in connection with the World Habitat Day. She highlighted the importance of the second Azerbaijan National Urban Forum to be held in Zangilan, saying that this event would create a good opportunity to discuss the urbanization-related processes taking place in the world. Speaking about her recent participation in the Sustainable Development Goals Summit in New York, Maymuna Mohd-Sharif emphasized that there was a broad exchange of views on the issues of climate change and urbanization at that event, and that these topics are closely associated with the work carried out in Azerbaijan. Noting that climate change and urbanization are very important issues for Azerbaijan, the head of state said that large-scale reconstruction works had been carried out in the liberated Azerbaijani lands since last year's visit of the executive director of the United Nations Settlement Program to the country. Emphasizing that foremost IDPs have already been resettled in 2 cities and 3 villages and that this process is ongoing, President Ilham expressed his hope that Maymunah Sharif would closely get acquainted with the work being accomplished in this field during her visit to Azerbaijan. Touching upon the issue of climate change, the Azerbaijani president underlined that the progress achieved by the country in the field of renewable energy also contributes to this issue. The Azerbaijani leader noted that 2 projects related to the solar and wind power generation of about 500 megawatts are being implemented in the liberated territories of Azerbaijan.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken made a phone call to President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham, on September 26. During the telephone conversation, the sides exchanged the opinions on the present situation in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, following the anti-terror measures against the Armenian armed forces. The head of state said that military facilities only had been targeted during the anti-terror measures, which lasted less than 24 hours, and civilians had not been harmed. The American side was informed that there is an ongoing process of disarming of illegal Armenian armed forces and their withdrawing from the territory of Azerbaijan. It was underlined that hundreds of pieces of military equipment, weapons, military supplies as well as ammunition had been confiscated for the last 5 days. The head of state noted that military representatives of foreign countries accredited in Azerbaijan and representatives of the UN Resident Coordinator Office examined the seized weapons and military equipment. President Ilham Aliyev underlined that respective activities are underway to ensure the rights of Armenian residents living in the Karabakh region as well as other ethnic minorities residing in Azerbaijan within the framework of the legislation of the country and international obligations. The head of state pointed out that the dialogue on reintegration issues is going on between representatives of Azerbaijan and Armenian residents, with Azerbaijan sending humanitarian assistance to the Armenian residents and infrastructure being restored in the territory. The Azerbaijani leader underlined that there is ongoing cooperation with the International Committee of Red Cross to provide aid to the Armenian residents and outlined Azerbaijan's readiness to arrange the trip of the UN Resident Coordinator Office accredited in the country shortly to the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken expressed concern over the current situation and found the need to ensure the stability in the region and dialogue with local Armenians. President, victorious Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev shared a post on social media accounts on the occasion of 27th of September, the Remembrance Day. The post has the following words: 27th September, Remembrance Day. First Vice President Mehriban Aliyeva shared a post in her official Instagram account on the occasion of September 27th, the Remembrance Day. The post says, "Blessed memory of our heroes fallen for motherland will live forever in our hearts. May Allah rest souls of our martyrs." The 27th of September is a day of remembrance in Azerbaijan. 3 years have passed since the beginning of the 44-day Second Karabakh War. The dear memory of the martyrs of the patriotic war was commemorated throughout the country with a minute of silence. On September 27th, Ruben Vardanyan, who illegally came to Azerbaijan and worked as a so-called state minister of the so-called Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh, was detained while moving from Azerbaijan to Armenia by servicemen of the Azerbaijan State Border Service at the Lachen State Border Checkpoint. Ruben Vardanyan was taken to Baku, accompanied by State Border Service Special Forces. The detainee was handed over to the relevant state authorities. You can get in touch with us by contacting AzTV Khabar's hotline number 051-511-1956, through which you can report events you come across of, as well as share your suggestions and remarks. You can also contact us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.